Hello and welcome to Fifth and Grace. Today we are exploring the energies for October. I can't even believe it's October. I don't know about you, but I don't know what happened to September. I just kind of wrapped my head around the idea that it is in fact September. And I think because it's been so hot and hot for September in Southern Ontario. Let's just say that. I know there's people who live in the South who would say this is quite cool, but it's been just a little too warm. And I'm like, I want my pumpkin spice season. I want to wear sweaters. I just got a whole bunch of new autumn sweaters in. I want to wear them. And I don't want to be sweating anymore. I'm so tired of it. So it's a little bit of a shock to me that today is October 1st. And this is the 2-month anniversary of my YouTube channel as well, which is super exciting. I thank you all for being here and joining me here for my little ramblings and readings and things like that. I kind of started my channel on a whim, and I have been loving every minute of it. And it felt good the moment I decided I would start a YouTube. It felt really, really good. So I've just been running with it. And I just today have been coming up with some new ideas for my channel, some new ways of doing things. I'm going to be doing some videos of my life, just sort of keeping everybody up to date. I am working on getting to the point that I can monetize my channel. So every subscribe, every second that you spend watching really helps me get towards that goal. I do have that goal of I need 1,000 followers and I need 4,000 hours of watch time, I believe. So I've been studying other people, what they do, when they're talking about how they grew, how things, helped them, different softwares. I just downloaded a video editing software. I just tapped into a YouTube analytics software as well that apparently sort of analyzes what you're doing on YouTube and then helps you do better, which is super nice. So anyway, that's my little adventure. And I'm going to be doing some videos out in the world, front-facing videos out in the world. I've got my gimbal all charged up and ready to go. I couldn't be bothered getting my reading glasses out, so I made my husband figure out how to use the gimbal, and then he told me. So I'm like, okay, great. Thank you for being my seeing eye husband. Because I never wear my glasses. So I'm always walking around kind of blind to anything close to my face. There was somebody asked me to look at something and I was like, this is way too close to my face for me to see it. So yeah, no, if anybody who is over 40 is probably nodding their head right now saying, yeah, my arms need to get longer if I'm going to keep looking at things. So anyway, that's my whole little ramble that I cannot believe it is October. I've had a couple of quite stressful weeks. Just stuff, nothing horrendous, but just people, people are, I don't know what's going on in the world, but people are kind of crazy these days. And I don't know where all the rage is coming from, but there's a lot of people, like the narcissism is showing big time. I just had dealings with somebody who if I had sent their emails to me to a therapist, there would have been no doubt the therapist would have come back and said covert narcissist, malignant narcissist, whatever. It was pretty impressive how one person could mess up so bad and then try to make it my fault. Like it was nothing to do with me, yet somehow I was getting the blame for them messing up in a violent way. And they actually threatened to sue me. And I was like, I just don't see how I'm involved in your mistakes. Like, it's just nothing to do with me. So yeah, I don't know if it was the full moon or what, but people have been pretty crazy lately. So let's hope that the October energy is bringing out much better stuff in all of us and the people around us, because yeah, this is supposed to be a happy time of year. The holidays are coming, you know, cozy nights and pumpkin spice lattes and all the things that we love. So, yeah, it's spooky season, you know, buckle up, witches. Like it's our time. Finally, it's our time. So, yeah, hopefully things kind of settle down a bit for people. I know that the last full moon was a little chaotic, and maybe that brought out a lot of chaos in people, but I think that we are we are fundamentally who we are. And when people behave in a pretty nasty way, I just assume that's who they are. And you know, like that saying, when people show you who they are, believe them the first time. Yeah, that's that's kind of what's going on here. So for those of you who have hung in this long as I ramble on about my life, my name is Avril, and I am delighted to guide you on this journey today as we explore the energies coming up for all of us, our society, our community, the world, all of us. And sometimes we get specific messages for people here. I have in the past, when I've done these sorts of videos, known exactly who a message was for. So I have said that and then made sure that they watched it to receive that message. And I think I can't remember if I talked about this, but there was one time not long ago, I think I was doing the full moon reading, and I spoke about a message that was coming in really, really strong for a local artist. And that I recorded that on a Sunday, and on Monday night, the artist got in touch with me to tell me that something had happened, that I had told them that something would happen in September. And then I totally forgot. I don't remember what we talk about on our readings, which is why I make lots of notes when I do private sessions with people. And so that way, when they talk about something with me 6 months later, 8 months later, I can go back to my notes and be like, oh yeah, we did talk about that. So yeah, I did tell this local artist that something would happen in September, and sure enough, it did. And it was a big kind of dramatic thing that was going to potentially change the trajectory of what she was going through. That has been a very long process. So that was kind of neat. And so that's what I'm saying. Sometimes a message will come through for a specific person, and I always find that quite interesting. So we'll get back to my little spiel. If we're old friends, I thank you for joining me again. And if we're new friends, welcome to my world. I am so excited to get to know you. Please be sure to click the subscribe button so you never miss a thing. And it really helps me out. Like, because as I said, I am trying to grow my channel and eventually, fingers crossed, monetize it. I've been watching a video of somebody monetized it in 10 weeks. So I've been at this for 2 months, not trying strategically, just kind of doing my thing. So I'm going to try a few strategies to see if that helps my channel grow. So if you see a heart, please tap it. We're all about the love here at Fifth and Grace. And for those of you who I haven't had a chance to meet yet or chat with yet, I am a professional tarot reader, meditation guide, healer, past life coach, tapping enthusiast, and spiritual coach. I help you achieve your extraordinary life through all of these modalities and more. And in case you're wondering, yes, this is the new deck that we're going to use for October, and it's very tiny. See, this is a regular size deck, and this is the deck. So you can see I'm struggling to shuffle it because it's so thick. It's as thick as a normal size deck, even thicker actually, but much smaller. So I definitely I'm struggling to shuffle this one, and I've been trying to break it in for a week now. So I do specialize in helping you move towards your dream life without the fluff and BS you find in so many other places, even though so far all I've done is fluff and BS right now. We'll get there. We're going to get there to the reading. Don't worry. And whether you're looking for clarity in your relationships, guidance in your career, or a deeper understanding of your life's purpose, I'm here to provide the insights and support that you need. My readings and sessions are designed to empower you, help you overcome obstacles, and unlock your full potential. Every video here is crafted with the intention of inspiring you towards the life you desire. We explore tarot readings for current events, dive into meditations that soothe the soul, and offer practical tips for spiritual growth and healing. Check out my playlists for all of those things. I put all of my spiritual videos into one playlist so you can grab them easily. Don't forget to check out the description below for all of my links and my emails so you can reach out to me easily to book a session or just to say hello, because I am here to support you every step of the way on your journey. So let's embark on this together. Subscribe, hit the like button, the thumbs up, and let's make magic happen together. Okay, everybody. I do love my little bell. I was reading at a market at the weekend, met so many really cool people, and did a whole bunch of tarot readings. When I do markets, I just do quick pulls, $10 a card, and then that way people can pick as many cards as they would like. And I think I offered some pretty tremendous value to people on Saturday, and lots of people took my cards, so I look forward to them joining us here and also chatting with them over the cards. So let's see, we're tapping into the energies of October. Such a transformational time, and you know, a time of letting go, a time of release, a time of releasing what no longer serves us, what's holding us back. It's such a beautiful time. And what's the saying? Like, autumn, you know, nature reminds us the beauty of letting go. I think that's the saying. So yeah, that's where we are at. And for those of us in Canada, we have Thanksgiving coming up in 2 weeks. No, a week. No, 2 weeks. I just about had a panic there thinking in a week. Oh my gosh, I'm not ready. I did order my turkey. I get my turkey from a local farm, and she cuts it in half for me because I have a tiny family and we just don't need a big, massive 25-pound turkey. So I've ordered my turkey. It's been working on decorating my living room for Thanksgiving, which is coming up in 2 weeks. I know American Thanksgiving is in November, I think, which kicks off their Christmas season, which is, as Canadians, I think a lot of the times we're just like, huh, how does that work? Because we have Thanksgiving in October, usually the second Sunday of October, second Monday of October. And it's about celebrating the harvest. It's not about pilgrims or anything like that. It's about celebrating the harvest. And then we have Halloween a couple weeks later. And then we have Remembrance Day. And I think that like a lot of people kind of sort of wait until December to throw themselves into Christmas. But I know there's people already got Christmas decorations up, which is totally fine. Whatever brings you joy. I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, but with the veterans. Yeah, the veterans want you to do whatever you want, and they fought for your freedom to do that. So knock yourselves out. I'm the Legion chaplain for one of the legions local to me. So for those of you who don't know, I am an ordained metaphysical minister. So I do lots of chaplaincy in the area for the Legion, for the bikers, funerals, things like that. So there's definitely lots of opportunities out there. Lots of opportunities. So but in terms of the veterans, they don't care. There's no veteran or Legion saying don't put your Christmas lights up until after November 11th. No, they're like, do them whatever you want. We fought for your right to do that. So if putting up your Christmas decorations makes you feel good, then do that. It always baffles me when people talk that way, because it's like, well, you didn't say anything about our autumn decorations or our Halloween decorations. It's just because, you know, Remembrance Day is whatever, 6-7 weeks before Christmas, that we're not allowed to do anything until after Remembrance Day. And I think it's kind of odd, because it's like, well, should we not do anything all year because of Remembrance Day? Like, I get that it's one day, but it's something we should hold in our hearts all the time. But yeah, there's a lot of people out there who like to tell other people how to have joy, and I'm just not cool with that. So you can leave me nasty comments. I'm good with that, and I'll just pray for you. So, or if you fully agree with me, then let me know that too. So yeah, I do appreciate the comments. I do reply to everybody. So let's chat and let's get on with our October energies. See what's coming up here. 8 of Wands, 8 of Wands. Somebody is feeling blocked. Somebody is feeling blocked. And what I'm doing as I'm doing this is I'm looking up the timings for each of these cards just to see what we're in alignment with. This card corresponds with November 23rd to December 2nd. And our 8s are always blocks and obstacles, and our wands are like our actions. They are how we live, how we move. And so our 8 of Wands is a fast moving energy, but it's also feeling kind of stuck. So if you're feeling that way, shake things up a little bit. Try something new. Try getting creative. You could be feeling stuck because you're kind of feeling under attack, and that's okay. Just know and just trust that you are capable of handling all of this. You can dodge, you can pivot. You've got this. You really do. I mean, even her cat trusts that she's got this. Let's tilt the card up so you can see it. I've yet to figure out how to do this without a little bit of glare on the card on the left-hand side. So, because I either, if I do it in the dark, you can't see the cards, and if I do it with a light, then there's a little bit of glare. I don't know. We just do what we do here, okay? We're just surviving every minute of the day. I know you feel that. So definitely be prepared for some change in the blink of an eye. If you're feeling overwhelmed, take a break. It's okay. The world is not collapsing. And, you know, tap into your spicy energy. You know, there's nothing wrong with you know, a little clap back and standing up for yourself and fighting back a little bit. Because if this is a bully energy that's around you, if you're feeling that way, you know, with the holidays coming, you may be feeling like, I don't want to spend time with my narcissist parents. It is okay to put yourself first, and it is okay to stand up for yourself, and it is okay to have boundaries, to keep these random attacks away from you. So just remember that if you need support with that, I am the survivor of a narcissist, so I 100% get it. And actually had this conversation with somebody who sat at my table at the market the other day about, you know, going through life as the child of narcissists, and how do you do that? And it was, we both started crying, talking together, and we hugged it out, because I think it's just so beautiful when you meet somebody who completely understands what you're saying and what you're talking about. So absolutely, if you feel this as you, reach out, let me know, and we'll have a little chitty chat and see what we can do to support you if you do have to deal with people through the holidays that aren't necessarily the best for you. Our King of Pentacles, woo, Sugar Daddy. This is big Sugar Daddy energy. And, you know, whenever this card comes up, especially for women, if they're not looking for a relationship, or they're not looking for a man, like if this came in the desired outcome spot, or the actual outcome spot, or in the overall progression of, say, a Celtic cross reading, I'd be like, a big masculine energy is coming to, you know, maybe be your benefactor. But in the general sense, I often say to people, this is time for you to be your own sugar daddy. This is time for you to take care of yourself. It's time for you to boss up. This is about managing your home. This is about mastery of your money and your finances and your abundance and your physical body. You know, if you're feeling like maybe there's a health thing, go get it taken care of. Boss up and lead yourself. All right, this is about mastery 100%. And this is about success. It's very much earthly success. So our home, our body, our money, things like that. And this is somebody who has reached a level of stability, who has mastered their finances to an extent that they can be quite stable and not really worry. I mean, he's just hanging out. What is it? He's drinking wine, and it looks like he's eating a cake while his dog lies at his feet chewing on a bone. I mean, that's a pretty nice life for a lot of people. My dog is in the other room, and I miss him already. So absolutely, this is a boss up energy. If you're feeling this way, this stuck under attack, dodging everything, it's time to boss up. you know, if we look at past, present, future, or present, future, and then the solution, whatever it is, maybe, you know, what's going on, what to do, what not to do, like however we're going to look at this, this is the answer to this. And it's definitely about either looking for someone who is like this to help you through things, or manifesting this for yourself and actually taking on the persona of this boss guy who is large and in charge. He is in control and he doesn't have a care in the world. Isn't that interesting? And our third card is the Sun. This is nice. I love this card, actually. So much about healing in this card. And how we heal very often is to tap into our inner child and to do joyful, playful things. If you are thinking about getting pregnant, if you suspect you might be, this is a pregnancy card. Definitely. It's about inner child, but it's also a fertility card. It's about healing. It's about that feminine space, that womb space, the portal, the power, all of that kind of thing. So definitely there are things brewing, and it's not necessarily that a baby is brewing or percolating or, you know, baking. It could be an idea. It could be a concept. It could be a business. It could be a change in your life. It could be anything. But there's some healing to be done. And then also too, you want to be looking at what you can kind of quote unquote give birth to. And then the easiest way to do that would probably be within the energy of joy and creativity by tapping into your inner child and looking at things. I'd always give this advice. The things that you used to love doing when you were a child, do some of that. So if it's flying a kite at the beach, go do that. If it's like blowing bubbles with the bubble gum or something, then do that. Whatever it is that would make you so happy as a child, do that, because when we're in the frequency of joy, it's so much easier to manifest joyful things. And when people tell you that you're not manifesting because you're low vibe, yeah, you are. You're just manifesting low vibe things. So when we get to do some healing and tap into that kind of stuff, and then tap into our inner child and do the joyful things that we would love as a child, that's where we are now in the frequency of joy, the energy of joy, and can be calling in more joyful things because we will be a vibrational match to those things. Whew, I hope that made sense. What do we have here? The Eight of Swords. Wow, lots of blocks and obstacles. People are really stuck right now. And I think it's to do with, the government, the election, the economy. I think people are just really stuck on how to move forwards. Our Eight of Swords is very much, it's actually quite an empowered energy, because the only thing standing in her way is her thoughts. That's it. She can just loosen the ropes on her arms. I'm going to hold this a little closer so that you can see. She could just loosen the ropes on her arms and then take the blindfold off. First of all, let's do that. Let's get the blindfolds off of ourselves. But she could do that and then just walk away or fly away, because this is the Witch Tarot. And it's our thoughts are trapping us. Our thoughts are keeping us stuck. I think there's a lot of combination of stuff going on here. We need to snap out of these blockages and what's going on. And it's about feeling trapped and imprisoned and restricted and victimized. If you're feeling like a victim right now, get your head out of your backside. That's all I can say, because that's not an empowered place to be. That's such a low vibrational place to be. So something that I always tell my clients is they'll say things like, well, she did that to me. And I say, no, she did that. Don't take ownership of it. So whatever other people are doing around you, just let them do it. Just let them do their thing, and don't take ownership of their behaviors, and don't make their behaviors mean anything about you, because I can assure you they're not thinking about you while they're doing the thing that you are annoyed about. So yeah, it's never about you. It's always about them. And just release all of their stuff and stop trying to drag it into your own life and make it about you, where you are now victimizing yourself And the problem with being a victim is that eventually the victim always becomes the perpetrator. And we're seeing that play out right now, where there's a lot of people who are kind of professional victims. I'm just going to say it. And those are the people that are like snapping in the grocery store or Walmart, and they're yelling at people over, something that has nothing to do with them. And that's when the victim becomes the perpetrator, because they feel so victimized that they're actually now lashing out. So let's not get ourselves to that point and that state, because that's not cool. And then people just post videos of you on social media and everybody laughs at you. So that's not fun either. But it's obviously, you're going through something, or when people do that, they are going through something. But we definitely don't want to stick around in our victimhood. It's okay to take a breather and have a little pity party. I always compare pity parties to porta potties, because, in a pinch, you need it. It serves its purpose when you need it. But at the same time, you just don't want to hang around too long. Okay. You want to get in and get out. So if you need to take a day to feel sorry for yourself, do that. Limit the amount of time you are willing to allow that, because otherwise you just get trapped in your victimhood, and then you end up lashing out at people. Because all those people who scream about boundaries, I mean screaming about boundaries, as opposed to just saying, you know what, that's a boundary and I'm not prepared to allow it to be crossed. When people are screaming about it, that they're just so tangled up in their victimhood that they are now the perpetrator. So let's not let ourselves get there. But you got to deal with your stuff. Whatever's going on in your life that is keeping you feeling stuck. And this is a mental game. This is your thoughts, your limiting beliefs, the programming, conditioning, all that kind of stuff that we have inside of us. As the child of a narcissist, believe me, it's on a loop in my head. I get it, but I have to take control of it. And if that's you, it's time. This is your message that it's time. Get it dealt with before the holidays, or at least start to get yourself under control before the holidays. And I know that was a little bit of tough love, but sometimes that's what we need, is somebody to just say, only you can get yourself out of this mess, and only you can solve this problem. The people that are you may feel are holding you back or in your way or causing problems or whatever it is, that's them. That they're not going to do the work. Only you can do the work. Only you can lead yourself. This could also be about contracts. This can also be about mindset, our thoughts, our words, anything like that. So definitely keep an eye out and look around for where you may be holding yourself back, and where you may be victimizing and entrapping yourself in your own thoughts. And if you realize that you've got something on a loop, you may have some forgiveness work to do, and I can help you with that, as I am a forgiveness coach. So our Two of Swords, fun. Through all of that, you're going to have some choices to make. And I'm just looking up our Two of Swords timing right now. Two of Swords. I got my big tarot notebook here where I've written down 5 million different things. Oh, interesting. This is right now, September 23rd to October 2nd. That's this energy right now. You've got some choices to make, and you can choose what your life is going to look like going forward. And you can choose to empower yourself and take control of your own life and all the things that you want. This is your choice to make right now, like today and tomorrow. Use the energy of right now to make the choice that you are going to start serving yourself. And this is for everybody, everyone. You're going to be a little bit selfish, and that's okay. Because, I always find it strange when women talk to me about, well, that feels kind of selfish. And it's like, so do you think that the people around you aren't being selfish? They're just not talking about it. They're just not aware of their selfishness. So be selfish, take care of you, because no one else is going to. And that's the strong message for today, is that this is all about you. This is about you getting your thoughts straightened out, about thinking about things in a new mental way, and then making the choice that you're going to move forward, and you're going to do you. You're going to choose you. Because you may be undecided on what that looks like, but if you make the decision to choose you, the path will open up for you. And you'll start to see things that will be aligned with the life that you would like. and that you would like to be living. And our Four of Swords, beautiful card to end things off. Our Four of Swords, of course, is about mental stability. Mental stability, and the tiny little warning to go with this is not to get so mentally stable that we just are stagnant and boring people, that we have nothing else going on. Don't be a one-track mind kind of person. It's also a nice reminder to have some rest and enjoy some peace and quiet, perfect for this time of year, as I keep saying. And it's definitely a time of reflection and surrender. So when the stability comes, let it come. When you realize that you're on a thought that is actually making you feel good, repeat that thought. And I don't mean the negative ones and the limiting beliefs, because I know it's easy to get into that and repeat that on a loop till it feels good. But this is where we're going to do some healing work. And this is where we're going to see some differences in our lives, especially as we go into the period of the year where we have to spend time with people that we maybe don't want to spend time with and aren't that good for us. And let's just have a little look at our final card. Our shadow card today is the Eight of Pentacles. Let's look up the timing of that one. Lots of eights came out today. Everybody's feeling a little stuck and blocked. Yeah, August 23rd to September 2nd. So nothing that's coming up for us in the immediate future. But this is about abundance, physical health. This is about our home, our finances, our abundance, anything to do with our earthly life. Eights are blocks and obstacles. So there's something blocking you. I think that what will happen is that as you do this healing work, this block is going to be eliminated. But this card is also a tremendous reminder that done is better than perfect. So don't get too caught up in perfection and what your idea of what something should look like has to be, because sometimes the imperfection is where the magic lies. And we don't want to be discarding things just because they're not perfect. Like I said, done is better than perfect. A lot of people tell me, oh my God, I can't post on YouTube until my videos are all absolutely perfect. None of mine are perfect, but they're done and they're up here and my audience is growing and people are engaging. So, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect to be good. It just has to be up. And you know, even my son, who is a competitive musician, and when he competes, the expectation is perfection. But when he's not competing and he's just performing out in public, I always remind him, like, you're out playing every single person there. So if you make a mistake, don't worry. You're still doing a million times better than everybody else. So if it's not perfect, that's okay. You're still outperforming everyone else around you. You know, it's like years ago, I took a C to 5K, and you know, that lasted a couple months, because I'm not a runner and I like food way too much. So I definitely had to remind myself that even if I could only run half a kilometer and had to walk the rest of the way, I still outran everybody else who was sitting on the couch that day. So, you know, done is better than perfect. Let's remind that. And I never leave a reading on an 8. So we're going into the star. Whatever we're doing right now, whatever healing work we're doing, whatever problems we're solving, whatever mindset work we're doing, the things that we're doing that are done don't need to be perfect. This is long-term. The effects will be long-term. The success will be long-term. The results will be long-term. And let's just look up the timing of our sweet star. Let me just find the right page. So January 20th to February 18th. This tells me if you spend the next couple months doing all this beautiful work and lay the groundwork for your success, whether it's just in your life, in your relationships, or in your business, or your money, or your job, you definitely will have long-term results, and you will be seeing them come up in the new year. It will come quick because the rest of this year is going to fly by. So whatever is happening, just see, you know, imagine that the results are going to come in the next few months, and we're going to see that sort of come to fruition in the new year. So that's amazing. It's about long-term change. It's a really good card for relationships. So if you're seeing this as a relationship issue, these will be long-term changes. It could be that you're going to solidify your relationship for the long term, or it could be that you're actually going to end a relationship for the long term. So that's a decision only you can make. Could be about your career as well. And if somebody new comes into your life, they're probably going to be here for a while. And there's definitely a lot of hope and faith attached to this card. It's about, wishing on stars, wish fulfillment, but it's also a great reminder to be the star of your own show. We want to be going through life in our main character energy. It is all about you. This whole reading has really been all about you and the little bit of work that you need to do to kind of get yourself out of whatever slump or rut that you may find yourself in right now. And I feel very positive about this, and I can kind of see a lot of people achieving great things by Christmas and really feeling the difference and shift in their life by the holidays. So I thank you for being here and joining me here today. I look forward to connecting with you. Don't forget to click subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know how this landed for you, if this resonated, and what you think about it and what moves you might make going forward with this energy. Have a beautiful and magical day.